So I've actually never done one of these kind of videos, so we're going to do one of these now for the first time ever on the channel, and hopefully it will solve the questions that you've all been asking. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a video about what is in the bag. People ask me all the time, what wedges are you using? What irons are you using? What driver are you using? What putter are you using? What are your shafts? What flex are they? So today we're going to answer all those questions in a few holes, and we're going to talk through what clubs I'm using and what specs. Let's get into it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so this is a first hole. It's a par 4, it's 400 odd yards, and it's a slight dog leg over the bunker, and then a slight turn to the right. So what is in my bag? What am I using? Well, let's start with the driver. So my driver, I got it off Golf Bidder, maybe I think it's a year or two ago, and I got the TaylorMade M6 in the draw biased, I don't think it makes much difference, but the draw biased edition. So I've got the M6, don't know if you can make that out, there you go. So the M6, beautiful top light. I love how it looks on top of the carbon fibre top. But I've got the 10.5, left it in 10.5, but I bought an additional shaft. I bought a stiff shaft because it came in a regular, but I bought an additional stiff shaft. I got hazardous smoke, and I got it in 70 grams, and it's a low spin according to what the label says, but it's a stiff flex TaylorMade M6 hazardous smoke stiff shaft. That is the driver, and hopefully today that is what's going to get me down the fairway. Once again, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today it's just me and you, a little personal one-to-one, talking about what clubs are in the bag. I've never done one of these, but as I said before, it's been asked frequently, more recently, so we're gonna go through the whole bag today. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about 180 yards away from the pin. Lovely, beautiful morning. There's no wind at all today, it's lovely. At the moment, I've got a 6-iron in my hand, and the 6-iron that I'm using and the irons that I'm using are the Takomo 101Ts. Beautiful clubs, absolutely beautiful clubs. The reason why I'm using 101Ts, I've got the 101s and I've got the 101Ts. Now, more just for visual, I prefer the 101Ts, just a smaller head and thinner top line. But you'd probably argue that the 101s would be better for me because they're more for a mid to high handicapper, these are more for mid to low handicapper. But as I said, just visually, I prefer the smaller head and thinner top line. So I've got the 101Ts in the bag, and I'll show you the flex on them and the grip in a minute. Beautiful strike, just pushed out right. Could be pin high. Where did I hit that? Yeah, pretty much literally where I was aiming. So I was playing for the draw, because that's been happening recently, playing for the draw. But it looks like I hit it dead straight according to the way I was swinging, which is fine because there's no cutting across it, but we're just off the right of the green. So yeah, so the irons that I'm using, just to explain again, the Takomo 101Ts, I've been asked recently what irons I'm using. That seems to be the question asked quite a lot. So yeah, it's the 101Ts, the reason behind it, again, visually, I just prefer the top line. There's slightly smaller offset as well than the 101s. The 101s are a little bit of a bigger head as well. I just visually prefer the smaller head. Don't know what it is, I just prefer it. It looks nice, it feels nice. I'm clipping them nicely at the moment as well. Now, my irons have been re-spec'd to myself. I have to have a massive shout out to a golf pro down at the Essex Golf Club in Elscombe. Shane, brilliant guy. When I met him, we did a video, but annoyingly the audio was a bit naff, so it was just pointless putting it out. But he, on the TrackMan, got me up all on the TrackMan, got me all specced up, found out that, yeah, stiff flex is what I need to be staying in, went for a slightly lighter shaft, which I'll go into more detail in a minute. But he got all that done for me, great guy, very accommodating. So if you need your clubs sorted, or looked at, go see Shane down at the Essex. Brilliant guy. Next hole is a par 4 once again. It's a shorter par 4. Now, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, I was going to talk to you about my shafts and my flex. And I've already mentioned the flex. I'm using a stiff flex. I'm using, I don't know if you can make it out, well you probably won't be able to make it anyway, because I decided not to have the stickers on. Takomo, I mean, they've been so accommodating, awesome. But I had these in a regular flex. And what I found out after seeing Shane down at the Essex is that I should be in the stiff flex. However, I preferred the lighter shaft. So I spoke to Takomo and got hold of some KBS Max shafts. So I got the KBS Max, as I said, there's no stickers on them because I wanted to keep it clean. But they're KBS Max stiff flex. As I said, the 101Ts, beautiful clubs. But that was what we went with because, as I said, I prefer the lighter club. I feel I don't have to drag it through and get in stupid positions. And then I've got mid-size grips. I've got Lampkin mid-size grips on these. You would have seen my re-gripping video. If you did, very interesting. Go have a look at that. But I did a re-gripping video. I did them on the 101s. So I got a completely new set of grips on the 101s. They're mid-size. Now, luckily, I got mid-size with these. And they're in the Lampkin, so I kept these grips rather than changing these ones. The wedges have slightly different things, so I'll go into the wedges shortly, and then we'll go into the putter. And then hybrid, maybe, but we'll go into that shortly. Thinned, thinned. But if it stops there, that's in a pretty good position. So I thinned it, but it's okay. The feedback on these also is phenomenal. Love them, unbelievable. Best clubs I've ever had. Let's go. So one thing I didn't mention, I forgot to mention, is the weight of the shafts. So because they are light, I think they're about 80 grams. I think they're something like that. But as I said, I really like the lighter golf shaft. So they're about 80 grams, I believe. Well, I forgot to tell you, most important thing about the driver. Miggy! Oh boy! So that's Mickey Mouse. Got that when I went to Florida, played in Florida, played one of the Florida golf courses. Did a vlog about it, go see it. Loved that day. Still watch it back now, even myself, because I enjoy it. Beautiful weather, loved it. Hope to do that again soon, but we picked up a little souvenir. Mickey, oh boy, let's go. So this one is my 48 degree. Takomo, once again, beautiful wedges, well used. But this wedge is a true temper. Now, I wasn't spec'd for any of these wedges. These are just some sample wedges when I was doing a review video on the wedges. So I didn't get a choice on these ones, but this is a true temper wedge. Now the grip, as I said, mentioned before, I did re-grip this one. This is that mid-size grip that I did re-grip. Just some grips from Amazon called GeoLeap. Probably never heard of them, but I have to say they are holding up nicely on my wedges. On the irons that were on the 101s, again holding up nicely, but these are a mid-size grip. These are the Takomo Forge wedges. 120 odd yards, it's slightly uphill, but it's in the long stuff, so that's why I've still gone for the gap wedge. I haven't got the legs on that, I don't think. Oh no, tell a lie. Definitely got the legs on that. Didn't think I got the legs on that one. I felt like I might have towed it slightly and chinned it. Chinned it? What's that even mean? I think I slightly towed that one, but it looks like I've got distance. I'm clipping well at the moment. I'm enjoying it. I just need to sort my driver out. Hang on, let me stop here. I'm not being funny, but look at that. It's probably a little bit longer when we get up there, but from perspective, it looks pretty close. There's me thinking I got it right out the toe, didn't hit it very well, and it's made it. Oh, come on the wedge. So it wasn't quite a hole in one, but it's safely on the green. As I mentioned before, I'm clipping my irons really well at the moment. Hopefully it lasts long enough, but something's just clicked in my irons and I'm just hitting them square on rather than cutting across them, which means I'm getting ultimate distance. Getting optimum distance for my swing speed. So it's good. So that was a 9 iron, 140 yards. Very happy with that. I mean, it's summer as well, but let's give myself some credit for once. Everything's going well with my irons. It's just my driver I need to sort out. get on the green and we'll talk about my putter and what I bodged it up. I did bodge it up. My putter, I mean. Let's try and make this birdie putt. Pin eye. Now flat. Yeah, it's all right, a good leg putt for a par. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about my putter. I thought I had a great idea, but I think I bodged it up a bit. So I am using the tailor-made Daytona Rossa. I got this, I would say I got this, I'd say at least 9 years ago when I was playing golf as a hobby, just more of a fair weather player, right? So in the summer, just turn up, play a few holes, enjoy myself. I got this really cheap off Facebook, really cheap, but it's the tailor-made Daytona Rossa, the bladed putter. Really enjoyed it, haven't had any issues with it, which is why I've kept it in the bag for so long. I love it. And I re-gripped it because I like the thicker grip, so this is the Super Stroke. But I botched it up. So this used to be a silver shaft. I thought, let's go on Amazon. Let's go on Amazon and buy some metal spray paint. Yeah, I did. Metal spray paint. Tried sanding up the shaft a bit to give it a bit more abrasive, but it didn't really work, so I thought, oh, screw it, let's just spray onto it. So it looks great from a distance. However, you kind of make that out, there you go. It's got some marks in it already, it's starting to come off, it's starting to flake off. So I botched up the putter. You can't see it from a distance, I can see it when I'm putting. I don't care, it looks like a right disaster. But you know what, it's nice. So I spray painted my shaft on there to have a gloss black putter shaft. But hey, there you go. That's my putter. I love it though, wouldn't change it. Beautiful putter. Right, next hole, ladies and gentlemen, is par 4. It's the beautiful tortoiseshell hole. As you know, if you've watched the channel for a while, I've developed hiccups in the space from that green to here. So, excuse the hiccups. In the bag, I also have a 3-wood and a hybrid. Now the 3-wood has been a bit wayward, as you would have seen from Benton Hall. It's not been working. It has been working on the range beautifully, but on the golf course, it's just not working. I've also got a hybrid. The hybrid is the same model, same range as the 3-wood. I can't believe I got hiccups. So it's a tailor-made hybrid, tailor-made aero burner. Like the 3-wood, it's an aero burner. There you go. Again, pick this up from Golf Bidder. There you go, white one. Not a fan of the white, I'd say. Not a fan of the white. Would prefer it all black. I'm not going to bodge it up like I did the putter. But this, everything else is stiff, right? But apart from my 3-wood and my hybrid are regular flex, 70 gram regular flex that comes with the hybrid and 3-wood as standard. But yeah, regular flex. I don't know why I like it in the reg flex. Shouldn't like it, but I do. And then it's just the tailor-made grip. Nothing too exciting about this club, but it's in the bag, like the 3-wood, does the job occasionally. So let's hit a hybrid. That's a bit of a worm killer. Right, so next shot, wedge shot. My other wedges, the 56 degree. Probably should get this bent to 54 because I've got a 48 down 56, quite a big gap in. It's a, what? Oh, it's a true temper as well. This is a true temper shaft as well. As I said, the wedges, they were samples, so I didn't really get a choice on the spec. So true temper wedge shaft in there. Again, I gripped these with some Geoleap mid-size grips when I did the irons. Love them. On all the wedges, I've got these still love them, still think they're brilliant grips, especially for the price they are. They're pretty cheap. But that's the 56, 60 degree, again, beautiful. This one has a different shaft in it. This has got the KBS wedge shaft in. Don't know what the grammage is. There you go, KBS wedge shaft. Don't know what the grammage is, but it's got the same grip on it as well. Got the same grip still, the Geo Leaps. I love them, I can't complain. Love the wedges, they feel great in the bag. Thank you, Takomo. Lovely job. What else is there to talk about? We'll get on the green, maybe finalise. That's a good idea. You've got to travel, please. Catch the left edge. Oh. There you go. Would have been nice, but I caught the left bank and it just kicked left, so we're now down in the gully, which I'll be able to show you my 60-degree in action. Did it on purpose. You ran that one. Maybe I should get a different putter. No, I'm joking. I ain't getting rid of the putter. Right, ladies and gentlemen, so we've gone through, what have we gone through? We've gone through our irons, the Takomo irons in the stiff flex. We've got the KBS Max shafts, Takomo 101T irons. I've got the 3-wood and the hybrid in the TaylorMade Aero Burner in regular flex. I've got the driver M6, TaylorMade M6, got stiff, and I've got the hazardous smoke stiff flex. All the grips, apart from the woods, are mid-size. I think we covered it. I think we've done it, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, what ball am I using? I'm using the TaylorMade Tour Responsible. Sometimes the stripe, and sometimes just the plain white one. I think I've gone away from the stripe because the yellow stripe, I had such a nightmare at the Y Boston comp. Kept losing it in the rough, so losing shots because of the yellow. So I've ditched that and just gone for the plain white. But I'm using the TaylorMade Tour Response golf ball. Love these balls, beautiful balls. What else? I don't think there's anything else to say. Wearing the old Jordans. Yeah, nothing else to say really. That is it. That is my golf bag. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you are a spec geek like I am. Love looking into specs and what people got. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Gone through my whole bag. If there's anything else you want to know, let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Unless it's golf, keep looking up.